Hi everyone! I would like to show you how you can use the Start Here First learning module so that your class, your students, can come into this area and see all kinds of information, contact information, the syllabus, and those video clips that I mentioned. Now, when I bring this over to your content area, you're going to notice that it's going to be hidden from students. That means they will not be able to see it and access it until you enable it. You can also change the name when you're ready. So let's just pretend that you have edited all the areas, deleted some of the items, moved some of them around, and you're ready for the link to be displayed to students. You will come over here to the very right hand side of this little link and you'll see a drop down chevron, as we call it. Click on it. This context sensitive menu will appear and you can rename the link if you'd like it to have another name, and you can also click on show link. That will change the visibility to showing and displaying the link rather than hiding it. Now, I do recommend that you keep the name something similar to Start Here First. Some instructors, as you see here, also like to include the dates. Okay, so that's what you would do when you want to display the link. Now, I'm going to go inside of the link. Actually, I'm going to the content area, so we're just going to ignore this. So the Start Here First learning module, I will have enabled this area, but I also want you to notice that you can hide different. Well, in this case, it's the learning module itself. It is not available for display or visibility. So in order to do that, you're going to come here and you're going to click on the chevron over to the right hand side of the link and you're going to go to edit. Now this way you can also edit the text and the images on the outside of this Start Here First learning module. In this case, I put information for your eyes only, so you might want to edit some of this text, and then you might want to replace this image with an image of your own. Okay, so once you're done with that, you're going to come down to the bottom, and before you click on submit, you're going to make sure that permit users to view this content is yes. Again, I should have that visible to you because I'm hiding the link on your menu. And then you would come down to the submit button here and submit if you make any changes. Okay, now for inside of the Start Here First learning module, I'm going to click on the link to get inside and to edit and customize the items. Now notice these are generic areas, so if you don't want to use these areas, a hello from your instructor, say for example, which I would recommend saying hello from hello to your students, and also providing a picture and some information about yourself. It does add that nice personal touch. But say for example you did not want this item, you could go over here to the drop down chevron and delete it. Okay, so then it would totally disappear from this particular area. Also notice you can move this. Say for example you wanted to move some of these items into other areas into your class. So I wouldn't necessarily move this from here, but I'm going to show you how that works. If you click on move, say you wanted to move this to another area, of course the destination course would be the same unless you wanted to put it in another course. But if you're keeping it in that same course, you're going to open up the destination folder and see I could put it in week 1, I could put it in other folders and other areas that I have in my class. And so that would be one way to move it. Or you could copy it. Notice you also have the copy option. You could copy it so it stays in this area, and you could copy it to another area, content area over here. So I'll show you how that works. Click on copy, Again, this is your destination course you're in. You're going to be looking for a folder. So if I wanted to copy that information, say to this Teaching and Learning Styles folder, I could do that too and then submit. I'm not going to do that right now, but I do want to show you there are 3 different options. Now, say you wanted to edit this area. You're going to click on the drop-down chevron and you are going to click on Edit. So you would probably want to edit the area first, and notice you can just highlight this and you can come over here and you can click on the Insert Edit Image area and bring your own pictures in. And then you can actually delete all of this if you wanted to. It's just a little bit of a prompt for you, and then you could replace it with text. Now, for those of you who are familiar with this content editor, it works similar to your Microsoft Office products, but it's very limited. And you do have a place where you could record from a webcam. You can attach files here, and you can actually bring in images. So it's kind of a fun little area that you can spruce up, edit, and enhance. And then here's some attachments. If you wanted to put an attachment, you could browse your computer, or browse content collection is simply going into your file manager. It's just not sure why they changed that to a very fancy name. Okay, now say you wanted to move these in a different order. You could actually drag and drop these areas here. Okay, I'll just show you. And sometimes just make sure that you're really holding down firmly and moving it, because it sometimes gives us a little bit of problems. But I want you to notice some of the areas. So for example, your course syllabus. If you wanted to attach your course syllabus, you're going to click on the drop down chevron, you're going to click on Edit, and you can come over here, and there's 2 ways you can do it. You can actually attach your syllabus, highlight that, or yes, you can highlight that and then go over here to the paper clip and insert your file from either your desktop or your file manager if you've uploaded your documents up there first, or you can just create the attachment here. Now it looks different if you create the attachment here. It usually, and I'm not sure if it goes above this item area or below, but it is a different looking attachment. And then of course you would submit. So you'll see that we have quite a few areas here. Looks like this picture is missing. It may have become unavailable. So again, what you can do, this gives you a little practice. Go to Edit, and you can actually look for another picture from Flickr. We like you to use Flickr because it doesn't count against our storage capacity. So you could do a search for a Flickr item. I think what I'll do right now is just delete that and leave that blank for now. Who knows, I may be inspired to put in a new picture by the time you all get this. And then I'm going to come down here. Again, I can attach files. I do want to say, don't worry about permitting selecting dates and time restrictions, because really you want these types of items to be available all the time, and it does cut down on your date management options later on. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so again, you're going to want to customize this. This may not be your phone call and email policy. You may not want to keep this, and again, you can delete this item. Whenever you see these icons and these little modules or panel areas, that means these are separate items, and you can actually move them, delete them, edit them. So I'm just scrolling down. One thing that I'll probably take out of this is we're no longer using this compatibility check. I may have mentioned in an email, and I've been trying to spread the word, that they took that compatibility checker down because we are not able at this time to make some changes, and also no one has time to program it. It is a little programming feature. So now see how I've changed this, And so those are just some technical advisories, and you may have some additional ones for your class. And then keep scrolling down. And you can, most of these links should be good links. Here's just some pictures, screenshots of what the grade book will look like. And here's what's new. I might take this out here because this, you're welcome to use it, or you can delete it. I'll let you decide, I guess. Then this right here, this is fun. You could actually move this to another area or even copy this. Say this is the only thing that you wanted to use because you already have a Start Here First Getting Started Learning module and you wanted to use this. So in that case, you could move it to your already prepared Getting Started Learning modules. For those of you who are new to online course development and using Blackboard, we've developed these Start Here First learning modules in the past. We're looking to enhance these, so that's why I said you could move just this folder out with all of these video clips in there, and this is what's contained in this folder. So it's a pretty neat feature for your students. And then this right here, what we recommend is, as a safety net, you provide some practice activities. We've got some mentioned here: introduction thread, practice assignment, practice assessment. That way it gives your students a chance to be able to practice some assignments before they actually do some of these common assignments and activities in your regular learning modules. Now, if you're not ready to do that and you have these activities in other places for them to practice, then go ahead and click on the drop-down chevron and delete this. You don't have to worry about it. So again, I really want to make this Start Here First learning module available to everyone. This is what's nice about the learning module, is that as students see this, and I'll show you what a student's view is, if you turn this edit mode to off, this is what the students will see. They'll see the table of contents, and then, oh, it's not available, that's why you're not seeing it. But they'll see the table of contents, and then they'll be able to go through everything sequentially. But in order to edit this area, you will have to have your edit mode on. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like again. As a student, there it is. Okay, as a student, and my edit mode is off to see basically what a student would see. We also have what we call adding a test student, which is a lot more helpful, and I have another tutorial for that. As a student in a learning module such as this, they'll see a table of contents that they'll actually be able to navigate through out of sequence. Or they can move through each of these items sequentially. And so that's kind of cool about the learning module. And they can also use this little navigational area as well to navigate through. So there you have it, your Start Here First learning module. And it really is helpful to students. It has a lot of information. Keep it open throughout the class and they can always go back to it. One more thing before I let you go here is, if you wanted to add something new to it, you can come up here to these buttons and you can have a build button, and basically it's creating an item. And that's what these areas are here. So if you wanted to add something new, by all means come up here to the build content area and create item. And then this is where you could add some of your practice assignments and assessments. And you can add some of your tools, like a link directly to your discussion board. So of course I'll have additional training. I just hope this helped as you get ready for the semester. Thank you, everyone.